Hey there, interwebs. I'm Corwin. This is Adam. You're watching HandbasketGaming, and this is another answers videos for unique answers from Adam and I.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Adam.
Okay. We asked you guys what movie we can't seem to finish. Shout out to Mike for getting this one right. I've tried many times and fallen asleep many times trying to watch Godfather 2.
I love Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones Temple of Doom is so bad that I'll get a quarter of the way into it and I'll just be like, well, I'm done with this and move on to anything else.
On a related note, have you tried watching Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Legitimately have not. I only love the first Indiana Jones. I just love it a lot.
Well, the third one's amazing as well.
I need to see that one.
You haven't seen? Sean Connery is in it.
I know. Sean Connery is the biggest awesome.
Fuck, if we didn't have recording, we'd be watching that right now.
Yeah, there's a snowstorm coming. Fuck it.
All right. We asked you guys what the dumbest accomplishment we are proud of is. Back in my parents' house in my bedroom when I was growing up, I repurposed, it was like a door off of one of those like VHS storage shelf things that we didn't use anymore. I repurposed it into a shelf in my room, and I suddenly had shelf space to put things on, and I was very pleased about that. So I was very proud of my ingenuity.
Nice. I was reminded on my Steam account that I have over 365 hours played of XCOM because I happen to love XCOM. Now, I'm going to be honest, that's not 365 hours of hard straight playing. There are plenty of times where I walked away from the game and just went to sleep and then woke up later, came back and continued playing the game. But I have played it like 35 times all the way through.
We asked you guys which one of us makes strict plans.
That's Adam.
With my spreadsheets and my minute-by-minute breakdown of our Disney trip, and yeah, I do that.
Fun fact, when I was answering, when I was putting in my answers for these, Kat came up behind me, and she's reading over my shoulder, and I put my name down, and she's like, the fuck? And I was like, what? I get strict about being places on time. She's like, yeah, that's it. That's not strict plans.
That's punctuality.
Strict plans. And I was like, you're right. You're right.
I was going to say, because it's like, I tell you to be someplace because I made the plan, and then you're there on time because of your thing. But that doesn't count as planning, sir.
It does not.
We asked you guys what kind of restaurant we would run. And this is an interesting one because I hadn't really thought about it until I was writing down the answer for this question. I think it would be really interesting to run a restaurant where you take like traditionally bad food, like, you know, like Hot Pockets or like, you know, Steakums or like stuff like that. And you take that food and make like gourmet, like good versions of it where you have like, you know, like truffle oil and like, you know, high quality, like, you know, like filet in a puff pastry crust in place of like your typical Hot Pocket, stuff like that.
There's a restaurant that's opened up in my hometown and now spread over a lot of Ohio called The Melt, which was like, hey, you guys like grilled cheese sandwiches? Well, we're gonna make some really gourmet, crazy.
I thought it was just called Melt.
It was called The Melt, and then I think they just went to Melt.
Oh, because they had a second one, so it's no longer The Melt,
yeah.
It's A Melt.
Now,
one of many melts that would
everywhere.
Necessitate an entire rack.
Yeah, a whole rack of melts. My answer is Tex-Mex. I do love me some Tex-Mex.
Yeah, me too. We asked you guys what our favorite Talking Heads song is. Mine is Same As It Ever Was.
Mine is
Same As It Ever Was. No, continue.
Burning Down the House.
We asked you guys surfing or skateboarding. I prefer skateboarding because I don't want to drown.
I prefer skateboarding because it's the only thing I've ever done, and I don't really understand surfing that well.
Like, it would be fun to try surfing, but I feel like I'd die. We asked you guys what the itchiest spot on either of us is. Mine is like the middle of my back, like
where you can't reach.
Yeah, where you can't reach, exactly.
Mine is just like my back, probably the exact same spot. I'm like a bear. I used to like I would be mid talking to people at work, and I would lean up against like a wall and just be like, I don't fucking care, and just start scratching it against the wall like Blue in
You mean Baloo?
Baloo in
Blue in Blue's Clues, where she would scratch her back against it. So you need the bear scratch.
Yeah.
It's actually a product. It's just like a piece of bark that you hang on your wall, and so you have
That's
a
so
tree
cool.
to rub up against. It's so stupid.
I want a tree to rub up against in my house. Just not a living one either. I want the fossilized leftover of a tree.
All right, note
All right.
for Corwin for Christmas. No, we asked you guys what our most ticklish spot is. Mine is my feet.
Weirdly, mine's my collarbone. I don't know if that's a lot of folks, but for me, it's very ticklish.
I doubt it's for a lot of folks. We asked you guys where we go for advice. When I actually need advice on, I'll consult with a lot of people, but when I need advice, I go to Jen.
And I go to my wife, Kat, because she'll kill me if I didn't.
We asked you guys what our biggest reoccurring pain or ache is. So editing apparently goes right here. These muscles right here and up into my neck, my neck and mostly my shoulders. That's where the editing stress falls.
That's fair. I spent a long time working in retail and with cheap shoes, and my feet. Well, sometimes I'll get phantom pains just from.
Makes it sound like you sold cheap shoes.
Yeah, well, and toilets.
Anyway, that's all we got for you today. Keep answering. We'll keep also answering. Still haven't worked out a good outro for answers videos, but
Bye.
It's got to be 20 seconds long so that we can put links up on the screen and whatnot.
Yeah, I didn't mean buy then. I meant buy
cheap shoes.
now. Bye. Bye. Hey.